バイクの試合を行います。青コーナー174センチ95キロ
Gracie bad boy, the loose cannon High Gracie is 29, 5'11", 200 pounds with a record of 3-2 in Pride.
85キロミノワ
Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa is 28, 5'9", 185 pounds, 0-2 in Pride. This is it, the feature bout, the main event to decide the best of 3 series between Team Japan and Team Gracie. Matt, the sport of MMA is all about respect, but I have a feeling this is going to be a good old-fashioned grudge match.
Now, they just did announce that there was a weight difference of 10 kilograms or more. However, Minowa chose to allow kicks and knees on the ground, so there's no difference in the rules from the previous matches.
I have it listed as a 15-pound weight advantage for High Gracie. However, this match is now underway, and again, as we stated at the outset of the show, Matt Hume mentioned that if High Gracie was going to be successful, he had to be a freight train, and he bull rushes Minowa into the corner.
Now, Minowa said that Hyan's weakness was the tackle. It looked like it was a pretty good tackle there, but we'll see how this plays out now.
He's in the half guard now of Minowa. Minowa, since his loss to Vanderlei Silva, has been training in Thailand with Muay Thai. Has actually had a competitive Muay Thai matchup where he knocked his Thai opponent out in the second round with a high right kick. Minowa 0-2 in Pride, but again against 2 of the very best in the world, against Silva and Quinton Jackson.
Hyan wants to get that underhook there on the arm. He's got it. He's got the underhook on the arm. You'll watch him try to pass now. Keeping the head tucked in tight there, trying to free that leg.
Gracie finding himself in familiar position here at Bushido. And Bushido won. He gave Team Gracie the 3-2 win over Japan as he knocked out Kazuhiro Hamanaka.
Now he's got the foot coming up on the knee there to press the knee out. Even though the camera action now is on the arm, watch that foot up there on the knee. They're back there. He's trying to free that leg. If he frees that leg, he's going to go. Ooh, almost a mount. Now he's to side position.
Side control for Gracie. What does Minowa have to do here, Matt?
Minowa's doing the right thing by putting the hand across the face there. He's got to create some space. The hips are together right here. He's got to get his hips away from Gracie's hips so he can get the guard back.
Minowa doing a good job. Wow. Nice top position there as Gracie secures it, but I thought Minowa doing a good job with the knees from the bottom, but Gracie now in dominant position.
Yeah, Gracie did very well at using his feet to bring the knees down and a quick mount. He's looking for the back here. He's got the hand behind the head and he's lifting up on the head. He's giving that up now. Minowa trying to lift the hips. He shouldn't turn his back here. He did turn his back. Hyan's off to the side right now, which is not that good.
Got the hooks in, and now we'll try to secure that Maraleo on the line kill, but Minowa doing a good job right here.
Doing a good job. He needs to free. Well, he's got the underhook now, so he can follow Minowa's back. Minowa should have turned out of there before he got that underhook.
There's a hammer strike by Gracie. Gracie wanted to end this fight quickly, and in fact, he was quoted as saying he doesn't feel Minowa as a threat. He said he was going to beat him up, not exactly endearing himself to the Japanese fans as High Gracie, but he doesn't care. He's here to win.
Watch Hyan come up to mount. He's looking for the armbar.
Good balance there by High Gracie, good positioning. And now ground and pound, opening up on Minowa.
Those are strong punches from the mount. Minowa giving up the back to get out of that position. Now with the ropes on his back, it's going to be difficult for him to get a choke from that position. He can't get a lot of leverage around the neck from that position, so he's going to stay there underneath the arm and just make sure he doesn't lose the position. Now he's trying to turn the head. Minowa trying to pull up on the foot there. That's not going to give him an ankle lock. He needs to get the foot actually off of him so he can turn.
Maneuvering is High from the top. Minowa trying desperately to.
If High can slide his. Oh, look, he's getting the figure 4 on the body almost. The foot's up on the hips there. If he can slide his knee down on the foot, then he'll have a figure four and it'll be very tight on the body.
Minowa trying to break that figure four now with his legs.
He was trying an ankle lock. He was trying an ankle lock there because the feet are crossed and it wasn't all the way up behind the knee. Now, if Minowa could have ducked that arm, he could have turned.
Driving his heels now into the body of Minowa. High and Gracie.
Minowa using elbows to the calf of Gracie. Ryan using those heel strikes.
Minowa just trying to
with them on their side there.
On the body.
With them on their side there, it's a little difficult to sink the choke that deep. He either needs to roll on top, which he is now, and straighten him out, or get more flat on his back so he can stretch him out.
Trying to stretch him out now.
Now from the bottom side there, if he can slide that hand up, he can get the choke. But Minowa's hand fighting. Minowa's hand fighting there very well.
Defending the choke attempt. And really, how much more of this will the referee allow?
5 minutes.
We're halfway through the opening round. There's Minowa doing a good job. Turns into behind Gracie's. Awesome balance.
Very good hips. When he feels the hips coming up too high, he turns his own hips over and goes to mount.
Great job of distributing his weight as high and Gracie as he continues to dominate Ikuhisa Minowa here in the opening round. And there you see the legend himself, Royce Gracie, watching on with vested interest.
Minowa giving up his back again. I guess he feels that the choke isn't that dangerous from that position. He's been able to defend it for a while.
Trying to break that figure four again is Minowa.
Using that elbow, but it's on the knee, so it's not going to be that effective there. Grabbing that ankle is not a good idea because it opens him up for the choke. He's not defending the choke anymore when he's grabbing the ankle.
Why is he, it's interesting that you mentioned too, he keeps bringing Hyan's foot into him, and you're telling us that he's turning it away.
But again, Hyan with the hips.
Yeah,
Hyan's hip pressure is higher than Minowa's. When Minowa starts turning, Hyan's hips are up higher than Minowa's, so he's able to press his hips into Minowa's upper body and put him on his back.
Hyan's positioning has been tremendous here so far. Minowa tried desperately to escape, but gives him his back once again, and only time will tell if Gracie will attempt another choke here.
Now Gracie said he didn't get as much training in as he wanted before this fight, so as we see this fight move on, we may see Gracie get a little gassed, and that's what Minowa was hoping for.
He did a lot of jiu-jitsu training with Renzo, his brother, leading up to this fight. Continues to control Minowa here in the opening round.
Now there's no hook in right now. Minowa's got a good chance to reverse it right here.
That's what he does. The fans applaud. 3 minutes left in round number one. This is the main event of Bushido 3 at the Yokohama Arena. Matt Hugh, Mauro Ranallo ringside. It's been a tremendous show thus far, and we expect more fireworks here between Minowa and Gracie.
Hyan's hanging on here. Minowa's walking him over towards the ropes.
Which,
for what purpose, I'm not sure. If it's his corner. Putting his head into the corner so he can strike better from there, and Gracie can't scoot away. Now the guard has opened up. Gracie's guard has opened up here. Gracie's holding Minowa's head down. If Minowa can free his head, he can throw some good punches from that position. But with the head down, it's a little hard to get any leverage on his punches.
Minowa said that he improved his stamina in Thailand, and he learned through his 2 losses in Pride that Pride does have the very best fighters. And he needs to elevate his game, and he'll try to do so here against Hyan Gracie.
Gracie's breathing pretty hard there.
Breathing laboriously, and we've talked about that.
That was a good strategy by Minowa to bring him over to the corner. I wasn't sure what he was doing, if he was just trying to get him in his own corner, but obviously he wanted the head propped up there. so that Gracie couldn't continue to scoot back in the guard.
And now beginning with those body shots, and the referee is going to call for the break. And he just... Ian Gracie gets a red card. There's a nice shot by Gracie, and that red card made him see red. And Gracie aggressively attacking Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa. All right, 1 minute left in the opening round here. A seesaw affair between Gracie and Minowa.
Gracie's corner telling him to pass the guard. That's why that foot's up there. And
he's going to do it easily.
He's got it. He's passed the guard. Not a lot of time left. Oh, and right to mouth. No, they want him to punch.
Very high up. He could backdoor escaper by Minowa. No, he turns him to his side.
Oh, good reversal
by Minowa.
Watch the kick. Watch the kicks.
Gracie in the butt scoop position. Minowa maybe try to pass this guard, but there's a kick, right stomp.
Nice stomp try, and some punches. He's got to watch out with those shoes on because that opens him up for ankle locks.
Now he's looking for the Kimura from underneath is Minowa. And there is the end of the round, and a great round it was between Minowa and Gracie. And for Ian Gracie, really no love lost for any of his opponents in his career. He's a very intense individual, but managed to control himself there. Did get the one red card. How did you see that round?
That was a pretty even round. Gracie had control longer. Effort to finish probably went a little bit Gracie's way. The reversals were good. Here we go with the first tackle. Just charged him into the corner. Mounted and punching. Minowa gave his back up quite a few times. So I think we'll see the judges give Gracie a little bit of credit there for effort to finish.
But I think
this was a nice strategy here by Minowa.
The edge right now, though, as we go to the final round, the second round, may be in Minowa's favor because of conditioning.
It could, at this point, it might be in his favor, but it depends on whether he's able to get top position, keep it on the feet, or if he ends up underneath Gracie again.
You said during the opening of the show, the longer this fight went, the more that it would bode well for Minowa. And Royce Gracie there again, looking on very intently.
I think you'll see Hyan come out explosively again, just to get that top position.
And he looks like he is a bull in his pen, waiting to be unleashed one more time, and they stare at each other.
Now the key here is if Minowa can stop this initial bull rush and get in a dominant position, he may be able to gas him out.
Definitely not starting the way he did. There goes the takedown. And a takedown, but finding himself able to recover. North south position into the side control. Now let's see if we can see some knee action from Gracie from this position. No, it's Minowa giving him the back and standing up. Nice knee from there by Gracie. And good takedown.
Come back to the feet. Minowa wants to come back. Wants to come back to the feet. He's going for that Kimura, but Gracie's locked around the body. It's going to be difficult to get it with his arms clasped there, with his hands clasped.
Getting his hooks in now is Gracie.
Now Minowa needs to push that arm over the head. The right arm of Gracie needs to be pushed over the head so Minowa can turn and be on top. If Minowa can just push that arm over the head and then quickly turn, he'll be in top position.
Unable to secure the choke attempt from that position, but still now it's a nice reversal there by Minowa. Turns into Gracie, into his guard now. And again, he'll find him in that position where he had his most success in the opening round, propping his head up along the corner. And now he's able to rein in some right hands.
I think some good punches here. He needs to get his head free so he can really put some leverage into those punches.
Neck crank there by Gracie, but it's Minowa now with the open hand and just raining down those body shots, and now another one to the head. So again, the strategy paying off for Minowa as he has Gracie penned in the corner and able to just strike at will now, it seems. Hammer strikes, right hands.
Those punches aren't damaging one by one, but that damage is going to accumulate on the judges' scorecards.
He has Gracie in trouble. And they will restart the bout in the center of the ring, same position, which I think is a good news for Ryan Gracie. At least he's not heading to the corner.
We'll see if he moves his hips here. He looks like right now he's just holding on. It doesn't look like Minowa wants to pass the guard. It looks like he's just wants to sit on top and punch, which is okay. But he's got to make those punches effective.
I think fatigue has set in for Ryan Gracie. Unless he's taking a break now,
he may be resting.
Resting.
He's looking for that corner again.
Yeah, he is. And now he's walking him, crawling back to the corner. And there he has him back in danger zone for Gracie.
Gracie grabbing the head again, trying not to let him get his head up so that he can drop the weight down with the punch.
And here at this stage of the game, Minowa showing some power and able to crawl Gracie back to the corner like that. And again, raining down those strikes. And as you mentioned, not with so much power, but look at these hammer strikes. Now they're taking their toll back.
Those will add up on the judges' scorecards, as I said. The single punches are not damaging, but the accumulation will be counted.
Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa totally dominating round number 2. Is Minowa winning this fight, Matt?
He's definitely come back. I can't say if he's winning or not. I didn't tally the time.
It's happening. Deja vu all over again. The fans enjoying the efforts of Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa.
Last minute.
Less than 60 seconds, and we are in for a thrilling finish here between Minowa and Gracie. The series hangs in the balance.
Minowa's definitely been dominating through this last round, but again, it's judged by the entire time of the fight, not by just one round.
He also had him there in the first round as well, and I believe that Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa is on his way to defeating Ryan Gracie here tonight.
Well, there's definitely a good argument for that. I think the crowd here would be quite upset if he doesn't get the victory if Ryan doesn't do anything at the end here to turn it around.
And we mentioned it before round 2 that conditioning would become a major factor, and I think it has.
I believe so.
Minowa.
I believe so. Minowa's really working here. He's going to score big on the judges' scorecards for this.
And there it is. The fight is over between Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa and Gracie. We have some extra stuff going at the end, and we got 2 personalities that are like that. Aggressive types, Ryan Gracie putting his arms up. But Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa needed a performance like this following 2 devastating losses at the hands of Vanderlei Silva and Quinton Jackson. He needed to repair his reputation. I think he did so tonight.
He did. Now, the decision's not quite as easy as you might think, because there was a lot of time where Gracie had the back of Minowa. So the fight is fairly close, but Minowa did a lot in the last round and towards the end of the first round.
And let's not forget that Gracie also received a red card.
He did, and that will affect the fight.
We remind you again that if Bushido won, it was High and Gracie's victory over Kazuhiro Hamanaka that gave Team Gracie the 3-2 win in the first Gracie's versus Japan competition. Will we see the same result here tonight? Look at Gracie staring at Minowa. Minowa staring at Gracie.
I don't think they want this over right now.
A rematch, perhaps? Interesting. Gracie gets one.
First one goes to High.
We're going to go to a split decision. We're about to find out who wins this series. And High and Gracie does it, Matt. High and Gracie pulls out the victory. And interesting to have Matt Hume sitting with us, giving us a little more insight into what the judges see, but I don't know about that one, Matt. I really don't.
Well, in order to know from right here, we have to tally it up time by time. It would be interesting to see the scorecard and see how it's tallied up time by time. Sitting here and watching, I thought that Minowa won, but like I said, I don't want
to follow the criteria. Maybe quickly run down the criteria for the fans at home that want an understanding of how it is judged here in Pride, Matt.
Well, the effort to finish is one of the criteria. The damage is another. Ground control is another factor. Standing striking is another factor. Aggressiveness is another factor. They're in an order of which is most important. So the judges may have felt that Gracie had more efforts to finish because the punches of Minowa were just to score and not to finish the fight.
So do you believe then, in your view as a judge, would that be the reason to give Gracie the victory tonight?
I wasn't a judge tonight, so I can't give my view as a judge because I didn't sit down with a stopwatch. No, I can't sit down with a stopwatch. That's what, you know.
I know what you're saying, you're right. Well, okay, seriously, Matt, from your vantage point here tonight, who won this fight?
From my vantage point here, Minowa won the fight. But like I said, as a judge, I didn't put a stopwatch on it, so I can't make that decision. I can say as a fan, I went for Minowa. As a judge, I may not have gone for Minowa because I did not look at the effort to finish and put a stopwatch on it.
Well, High and Gracie has given Team Gracie the second series victory. And don't forget again that we will be back on pay-per-view, and we are really looking forward to seeing you June 20th. Critical countdown, the second round of the heavyweight tournament. Kazushi Sakuraba returns to action. Hidehiko Yoshida returns to action. We will see the Pride debut of top kickboxer Mark Hunt from top to bottom. It is going to be an unbelievable card, and let's not forget, this one worth the price of admission alone. As we hear High and Gracie, Jackson versus Arona to decide who is the #1 contender to Silva's middleweight belt.
Cadê você, Sakuraba? Kakatikuyo! Yoshida! Kakatikuyo! Eu só treinei 2 semanas para lutar esse evento. Eu só treinei 2 semanas, fui chamado 2 semanas atrás. Abraço para vocês. Muito obrigado, povo japonês.
We can tell you, I mean, just talking with High, and we don't have a translator. We do know that High and Gracie has his sights set on Kazushi Sakuraba and Hidehiko Yoshida. That is those are the two fighters that he wants to fight before his career's over. There you see Hoyler Gracie, Sakuraba sitting ringside doing commentary for the Japanese broadcast, listening intently. But High and Gracie pulls out the victory tonight to give Team Gracie the 2-1 win over Team Japan. And will Sakuraba and Yoshida be in his future? Only time will tell.
Unbelievable performance, beautiful fight from Gomi. I'm just sorry that happened to my brother, but I believe you guys had a valiant warriors representing you guys. So be confident. Definitely Japan is among the best in the world. Congratulations to you guys. We are the winners tonight, but we may not be tomorrow. So bring hell. We normally solve the problem.
Well put by Henzo Gracie.
今夜、ハイアン・グレイシーが素晴らしいパフォーマンスを見せてくれました。ハイアンだけではなく、日本人のゴミ選手も非常に素晴らしいパフォーマンスでした。まあ私の弟ハーフにとっては残念な結果になってしまったけれども、私は日本が大好きです。日本人は世界で最高です。 おめでとうございます。今宵の勝利は私たちみんなのものです。私たちはいつでも問題を解決します。どうもありがとうございました。
A minha família que inventou toda essa porra aqui. Então é o seguinte.
And it is a family affair inside that ring. The family that put Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the map. Ois Gracie.
A família Gracie é a melhor do mundo.
And there you see Ryan, his brother Henzo. Unfortunately for their brother Ralph, he suffered his first defeat tonight. 6 seconds at the hands of Takanori Gomi. And Ryan Gracie has just said that the Gracies created this history of Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, and we are the best. So, a family affair once again in the ring. And Matt Hume, as you see Kazushi Sakuraba, smiling as always, listening to what Ryan Gracie had to say. Your thoughts on not only the series, but all of the action we saw tonight, Matt?
The action was great tonight. I know that fans may have been upset with the last decision. Again, it was a great fight, and if we can look past that and just see the action that was presented tonight, Pride always brings the best action, and tonight was great.
It was another tremendous evening of action. There you see Nobuhiko Takada, Pride official, Ryan Gracie stopping by. We congratulate him for his victory tonight. And again, we remind you that we will be back on pay-per-view on June 20th, and please mark this date down. You do not want to miss any of this action. The Great Eight in the second round of the Pride Heavyweight Tournament. In addition to that, as you see Ryan Gracie hug the president of Pride, Mr. Saki Kabara, the fans, we are going to have Quinton Jackson versus Ricardo Arona. Hidehiko Yoshida returns to action. Kazushi Sakuraba returns to action. And much, much more. Again, it'll be happening June 20th. It's Critical Countdown, only on pay-per-view. And now, for Matt Hume, I'm Mauro Ranallo. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed Pride Bushido 3 from the Yokohama Arena in Japan.